This is Sutek. Most maps in World of Tanks have three main axes of approach. That is, configurations in the terrain that allow enemy tanks to move from one end of the map to the other. There are a couple with 4 lines of attack or axes of approach, such as Mountain Pass, and there are some with only 2 axes of approach, such as Seigfried line. The 2 lines of approach are through the village or through that open area to the west of the map. In this particular match, we're going to be looking at the failure of my team to defend both lines of approach or attack, and we're also going to see a demonstration of what's called a lemming train. So as we launch this map, I realize I am in the far right position. I've got no cover to run to, really. I need to position myself quickly, get myself pre-aimed, and hope that my team will get out in front of me and give me targets to shoot at. So, some cover is better than no cover. So I settle in here, wait for my reload, and then start my pre-aim. I already know that this tank has the range to make it to the other side of the map. So I don't usually do my usual range finding in this case. As I'm watching the map, I started with 4 tanks on my side of the map, but just as quickly, 2 of them decide that their best approach was to focus on the village and away from this flank. So instead of having 4 tanks in front of me, I have 1 heavy and a medium. Meanwhile, my team decides the best approach to defending this village is to occupy the ridge located at C7, 8, 9, and 10. 10. This is a bad choice. If you do not control the ridge line, and if you do not control the village on this map, you will lose. You have to contest both. Now, there were a couple of teammates who did run into the village, but unfortunately, without fire support from those heavies located up at C8 and C9, they're dead before the battle even starts. Meanwhile, this Craft Panther, who understands the importance of that ridge line on the western side of the map, has gotten into a position where he can spot tanks, and we just lost our medium. So now I'm down to 1 tank in front of me and 1 tank on a ridge line that turns out is pointed in the wrong direction. If you look at the map real quick, we're still down 2-1, and this just gets worse. Look at the TAC map again. They have occupied the village. They have a complete line of fire supporting that occupation, and they're slowly making their way through it. Now we're down 4-1, and they're just slowly grinding us up. Meanwhile, I have to hold my aim on the last known location because I have no other reason to believe the craft has moved, nor would I have any idea where to aim. But in a minute, we're going to see that our heavy, which was supposed to be my protection, finally spots the craft, who's now 3 grid squares away from me. He will see me very soon. I need to take this shot. I fire, more of a Hail Mary than anything else, and I'm not able to do any damage to the Craft Panther. Again, looking at the scoreboard, we are now down 6-2, and it's only going to get worse from here. Well, we got 1 back, so we're now losing 2-1, but still. The enemy have the village, they have the ridge line, and they're about ready to take out the arty. What I don't know, and I'm going to find out soon enough, is 2 more tanks are going to join this fight on this side of the map. 1, 2, gone. And out goes our arty. We now only have 1 tank left defending our right flank, and in a minute he's going to die. Meanwhile, in the village, they've already taken the village. They're now pushing up on that camping position my team took, and we're outnumbered 2-1. Ultimately, we lose this fight. And it's only because we did not do an adequate job of defending the 2 main key points of contact.